Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face glam look. I'm going to be starting off with priming her face. The product I'm using to prime her face will be a the Milani primer, as well as the e.l.f. illuminating primer. Alright, and right now I'm just making sure I am getting it everywhere, all in the crevices. And now I'm going to go ahead and move on to her brows using the Morphe Brow Pencil in the color Chocolate Mousse. Alright, and after I go ahead and finish up that brow, I'm going to move on to concealing it. I'm going in with the Camo concealer from e.l.f. and that is in the shade Deep Chestnut. So I'm just going ahead and carving out the bottom half of her brow. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use the same product on the next brow as well. And then once I get to the top part of the brows, guys, I don't use concealer. I use foundation. What that does is basically just gives it just one color. You don't want to have a halo brow. You don't want to have a brow that you can still kind of see where you went in with the lighter shade on top. So I use a foundation shade. I would recommend using a foundation shade on top because it just comes out better, looks cleaner. And as you can see now, I'm just moving on to the other brow. Alright, and so once I am done buffing that out, I'm going to go ahead and go on to the top with the foundation shade. The foundation I'm using for her today, which will be also the full face foundation shade, is in the shade Warm Coconut. It is by Maybelline Fit Me. It is the matte and poreless foundation. The color number would be 356. Alright, and now I am going to go in with the Morphe concealer. It is a white concealer, kind of like, I guess you can say, an affordable dupe for the P. Louise. It works really, really well. I did purchase it from Ulta, cannot remember the pricing, but the concealer is white. It is in the shade CO. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out you want it seamless, okay, y'all? You don't want creasing. You don't want it to be not well blended, because you want the colors to actually come out, and that's what the concealer helps it do. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure you blend it well. And I'm doing that using these this buffing brush. It came with a set of brushes. I got it from Amazon. If I can find the link, I will drop that in the description. Alright, so the shade I'm going to be going in with on her lid is from the Juvia's Warrior Palette. It's like the tan shade. I'm just going in with that as the transition color. And then I'm also going to be using that for the next shade you guys will see, which is like, well no, actually I'm using for the next shade, which will be like a darker brown. I am going to be going into the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. This shade here that I'm going in with now, this is the shade from the Zulu palette I was speaking about earlier. It's like a darker brown. Alright, in here I'm just going back in to make sure everything is blended as needed. Just continuing to pack on that color, build it up so it can blend seamlessly. Alright guys, so now I am going to go ahead and begin cutting her crease. I'm using this flat shader brush. And I'm just using that concealer, the white Morphe concealer that I spoke about earlier. I'm just using that to cut the crease. Alright guys, so I'm just continuing to perfect that crease and make sure that it's exactly how I want it to be. I'm going to be following up doing the same exact thing on the other eye. Now with this process, cutting the crease, you do have to be very tedious about it because it's a process. They may not look alike, but the best way that I could say will help you is to actually create like kind of almost like a dotted line effect, and you just actually just follow the line. That's what I do from time to time if I can't really like eyeball it, but majority of the time I can see where the creases are and directly go in with them. But yeah, on this part it really didn't matter as much because I am going to go over that crease with white liner, so you'll be able to actually see that crease effect. Alright, and here I'm just continuing to kind of pat it so it's not as wet, and I'm just going to continue to pat that until it gets kind of tacky. At this point here, you guys will just see me going back and forth. All I'm doing is just making sure that it's to my liking and basically just blending that concealer in with the other shadows to unite the two, so it can have a seamless blend. Okay, so at this point now I am applying a shimmer shade from that Warrior palette, the Juvia's Place Warrior palette. I'm just applying this shimmer shade right before I apply my glitter. Okay, so I'm going right back in after placing that shimmer shade. You'll see me go back in with it a few more times after this. And all that is just me continuing to blend. Like I said, you guys, blending is key. Definitely blending is important. I could not talk for a second. But blending is very, very, very much so key. If you want your looks to come out seamless, blending. That's basically it, guys. I'm still learning to this day, but the number one thing I have learned, which is most important throughout the whole process of doing a full face, is blending. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, and here you guys will see me apply some duo lash glue. I usually use the one with aloe vera, and this is right before I go ahead and I apply my glitter. And the glitters that I'm using, they are from GlambeautyCo on Instagram. The glitters I use are Periwinkle, Bearskin, Fruit Citrus, and I just mixed all of those together to kind of get a gold rose gold kind of effect. And then here I'm going in with that white liner I spoke to you guys about earlier in the video. And by the way, guys, that liner is by Nyx. It is in the color white. And at this point, I did go ahead and do my wing liner off camera, but I could definitely do a tutorial if needed. So if you guys want to see a tutorial from me on the wing liner, then definitely comment under this video. And I'm just applying that lash glue to her lash line and then applying the first lash. Then you guys will see me apply the second one on camera. Alright, and now I'm just rubbing that foundation into her skin with the Instapot foundation brush. Y'all, I swear by this brush. This brush is literally everything. And guys, I did get this brush from Amazon. It is a Real Techniques Instapot foundation brush. They have like a smaller version, but y'all, I swear by this brush. Go get it right now. Just pause the video and go get it. Amazon.com. Everything, y'all. I promise you, everything. I will not steer you wrong. This brush is everything. Whether you're using it for your clients, whether you're using it for yourself, you may want to get two. One for yourself and one for your clients. Because it is just that good, y'all. It really is. Alright guys, so I'm going in with the Camo Concealer by e.l.f. I got this off Amazon as well, but you can get it from any drugstore, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, they all have them. You can also find this in, if I'm not mistaken, Ulta. I think Ulta has it as well. But yeah, so I'm just going in with that concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut. And then you'll also see me go back in with a lighter shade concealer, just because it just wasn't light enough for me to kind of give me the effect I was looking for. So I went back in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Caramel. Alright, so I'm just going up under that concealer with the foundation shade that I've used to apply all over her face. I use the same shade under her concealer. What that does is just gives you a more even tone around the outer parts of your face, and then it gets lighter as you go into your T-zone area. How I blend that concealer is from the outward in, and then once once I get up into the eye area, I kind of save that part for like extra blending towards the end and when I'm getting ready to set it, because you don't want any creasing around that area. And my advice from past experiences, guys, just blend right before. Don't even blend it out until you know you're about to start setting your face, because that's what's really gonna have it sleek, flawless. Just look at that. That is so flawless, y'all. And then I'm gonna be blending more towards the end of when I get ready to set her face. Alright guys, I'm just continuing to blend that out in the forehead area. And now I'm going to go ahead and start the contour and just going back and blending in a little bit. My model, y'all, this is my cousin. She was wanting to make sure her face was snatched. She said I needed snatched. So yeah, again, y'all, I'm just going in blending. That is key. I'm just blending in that contour shade that I put on her. And that contour is from Black Opal. This whole part, this section right here, I kept it in because I do have people ask me from time to time, how do you get it to be so seamless? And I'm literally showing y'all I do nothing but blend. That's all I do. I don't care how many times I have to go back, how many times I have to go over it, just blend it. The longer, honestly, the longer that you let the concealer set in once you first apply it, the better it comes out. But here I'm just blending, y'all. I'm trying to make everything as seamless as possible. You don't want to be able to tell where you started and where you end at. You kind of want it to be a gradient effect. You start it and it kind of just melts into each other and they combine and they just, I don't know, they become one. They become one, y'all, literally. And here is where you guys are going to see me just blend out her nose contour. Alright guys, so once I have have her nose contour exactly how I want it to look. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my setting powder. This is a loose setting powder, and it is in the shade Banana. This is by Black Radiance. I love this powder, y'all. Like, I ran out, and I really was hurt that I ran out. I had to get more. It is that good. So yeah, I'm just pressing that under her eye area so we can make sure we have no creasing, and you can already see, y'all, it's smooth. This makeup is not going anywhere unless she moves it herself. It's not going anywhere. And here, I'm just going in with the powder contour from the Morphe 8H palette. This palette is everything, y'all. This is the contour and highlight palette. You can pick this up from Ulta, or you can also get it from the Morphe site. And I think that's about, well, I think you can get it from Amazon, I'm not sure, but definitely go to Ulta and pick it up. It's a must-have. Alright, so you guys did just see me spritz a little setting mist over her face before, because what I'm going to do is not dust the powder off. I'm going to set the powder into the skin. I let it set a little bit, and then I kind of let it start to thin out and seep into that concealer and let them marry each other. And then once I do that, I'll go ahead and go back in with the foundation brush and then use it to get the look as seamless as I want. Right here, I'm now going in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Black, and I'm just putting this into her waterline. Alright guys, and so now you guys are going to see me spray her face again. Yes, we're going in again. This is going to make everything come together at this point. We are completely done with the face. We are going to pat, 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 tap, tap, tap in. Y'all see where I was going with that. We're just tap, tap, tapping that foundation in. We are tap, tap, tapping the setting mist so that thing can stay. It's not going nowhere. Listen, don't play. One thing about me, two things for certain: I don't play when it comes to a face beat, y'all. It will not go nowhere. Sleep in it, wake up, it's still the same. It's not going anywhere. Alright, and right now for the lips, I'm doing something very soft. little to no gloss, really. Just something neutral. This new lip, I used a Wet n Wild pencil. You can actually get this from Dollar General. Yeah, I got it from my local Dollar General. It's in the color brown. I just used that to line her lips. After that, I went in with the Morphe lipstick in the shade Commit. Y'all, I picked it up from Ulta. I love it. It's the perfect nude for brown skin girls. Yeah, so I picked that up as well, and then I topped it off with some plumping gloss from e.l.f. And it is in the shade Sparkling Rosé. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts that will show after the video.